the Coopers.
I think you're live.
Hello.
We're live? I don't feel alive, Michael. I feel dead.
Okay, so today we are making butterfly
everybody.
ring, Dining on a Dime cookbook. We are making butterfly ring. I don't think we've ever made this on the show. I'm not sure. Why don't you carry it into the other room so we're not...
Huh? We hear echoes in our head. We're starting to hear echoes in our head.
Mike can't figure out how to turn off Dave's computer. So, okay, here we go. Hello, Godfrey. Hello, everyone. Okay, so today we're making butterfly ring on page 53 in Dining on a Dime cookbook. Mom has not made this for 10 years.
At least. She wants to give me a challenge when I come on the show.
She used to make this all the time,
I
though.
did. I made it a lot. It was...
I would say once a week.
Oh,
Not
just
that much,
about. Not
almost.
quite, but almost. At least every other week.
And shall we all gasp together? She actually used bought Bisquick. We did not make homemade Bisquick.
No, no, we didn't make homemade at all.
But if you want homemade Bisquick, we have it here in Dining on a Dime cookbook on page 50. Page 50 is homemade baking mix, which is the same as homemade Bisquick. And it's really yummy, but we did not make it with homemade.
No, we made it with just button. And I didn't use Bisquick for a whole lot of stuff because I didn't really like Bisquick very well. You know, I mean, it wasn't bad, but and I would make the drop biscuits, but I never made the pancakes with Bisquick or anything like that.
No.
But this recipe I loved with Bisquick because you couldn't tell that it was actually, you know, it was doctored so much you couldn't tell.
Yep, Hello, Vicky. She made the honey chicken from 99 Dime. Yay! I'm glad it turned out.
Okay, guys, I feel really weird because I can't read any of your comments, and I wish I could say hi and do all this.
Well, if you want to switch, I can cook.
And you can cook? Do we want to
They
live
want to
dangerously?
see you cook.
Bandana Grandma
every
loves your
show.
red
I
and
know.
white polka dots.
Huh? Oh, they are?
Bandana
Hello.
Grandma loves your red and white polka dots.
Thank you, Susie.
Oh, Elaine, thank you for watching live. Okay, so,
Amazon.
all right, guys, Mama's gonna make
You want to start?
homemade. It's called butterfly ring, and what butterfly ring is basically a
Coffee cake.
coffee cake that. And why do they call it butterfly ring? I have no idea.
I think because of the shape you put it in, maybe? I don't know.
Well, they should call it horseshoe ring instead of butterfly ring,
But-
because horseshoe ring is more what it looks
Well,
like.
why I like this one too is I have a really good coffee cake that you use a yellow cake mix and you sprinkle cinnamon and brown sugar on top of it and that type of thing. But a lot of people have that. I've seen it on Pinterest everywhere, you know, and a lot of people use it because it's quick and easy.
And this
So-
great cookbook called Dining on a Dime has the same recipe.
But I like this one because it's so completely different from any other or most coffee cakes I've ever seen before. So that's if you want to bring something special or different to a meeting. Are you ready for me to go?
Go for it.
Go for it. All right. I've got 2.5 cups of Bisquick mix in this baking mix. Excuse me. Get this right. And a teaspoon of sugar and 1 beaten egg. Here's a little tip: when you crack your eggs, don't crack them on the side of the bowl or with a knife. Hit them on the counter, because when you hit them on the counter, it
Does something.
does. I'm so tired. We've had a long trip. It doesn't get as many shells. As a matter of fact, since I started doing it this way, I've never gotten any shells in my eggs before by hitting it on the counter.
you go.
Now, you're supposed to put in a beaten egg, and a lot of recipes call for a beaten egg, and since I don't have a dishwasher, I use as little dishes as I can. So all that I do usually is I drop the egg in the bowl and I just whisk it on the side. And that's pretty much all you need to do for a beaten egg for any recipe, so you don't have to dirty up a bowl or anything.
So Jamie says today is Mickey Mouse's 90th birthday and you dressed for the occasion.
Oh my word. Oh my word, isn't that funny? Didn't even know that. So then I add, how much milk am I adding? 3/4 cup, Tara? I can't read the recipe.
You're
doing this
adding
blind.
2/3 of a cup.
2/3 cup? Okay.
Yes.
2/3 cup of milk. And then you just stir it. I'm just stirring it up. Now this, before I go any farther, let me get this
Everybody
stirred
loves
up.
your shirt.
Thank you. I said, what a dumb shirt to wear when I got long sleeves trying to roll this stuff out, but I was
Here,
out
Mary,
of clothes.
Mary, I'm putting the link in for our cookbook. Here it is.
Okay.
I guess that might help. Okay, first of all, here's the link to the recipe that we're making today. It's on our website. And this recipe is also, what are you looking for? This recipe is also in our book.
Yes.
Do you need something?
The melted butter is no
The
longer
melted butter got
It's no
warm, got
longer
cold.
melt-
How did it get so cold?
I don't know. It's sweltering here. It really is hot.
That's weird.
And
Okay, here's the cookbook.
And so I put in, this is going to be for the filling that I put in this book.
You're disturbing everyone because you're not wearing an apron.
I'm not a messy cook like somebody.
Please.
Oh, is that a low blow to my daughter? I'm so sorry. I could not resist for all those times that you say these horrendous things about me on the live show when I can't defend myself.
I don't say it's horrendous.
Now I just put in 1/2 cup of sugar, and this butter should be just a little bit more melted, but I mixed
Throw it
that
in
in.
the microwave
It's
for
fine. It's fine.
2 seconds.
And then I will add, let's see, I think it calls for.
Oh, sorry, Cindy, about your
You
shoulder.
didn't get. I need cinnamon, Tara.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay. Now I'm putting in a tablespoon of flour. This still is the filling that I'm working on. This is what I'll spread on top of the dough when I get it rolled out. I usually do this very first thing, and I just was brain dead today and didn't do it. It doesn't really matter that much.
You look great in red.
Thank you. Now I need.
I am. I look like you.
Oh, you do? I
Let me
never
tell
thought
you, if you
about
see
that.
my dad's side of the family, you won't say that.
Yeah, if you could see your dad next to her, you would just be shocked. Now, I'm using strawberry jelly for the filling. You can use cherry. I think the recipe calls for cherry. You can use raspberry. I've used raspberry.
I think you only ever use strawberry, though.
Yeah,
don't
I
you?
only use strawberry.
Only, yeah,
But the
okay.
recipe calls,
Yeah.
because I don't like cherry myself.
But you
I'd
could
like-
use blueberry. Would be really good.
I would imagine you could do anything, really.
I don't know about orange marmalade, maybe, but
I don't know.
all the berries I would think would be really good.
And you can use jelly, but I usually use jam for no other reason than the jam seems to stir up and mix up better,
Yeah.
easier and faster. I don't know why.
Stacy, we are not on Fridays anymore. We're only doing Monday and Wednesday at 4:30. Yes.
So then I just quickly mix. I put in about 1/4 cup of strawberry jelly. Now, okay, I'll be honest. Half the
Do
time.
you lie most of the time?
Aren't you smart? Aren't you smart?
Okay.
And you said you never said anything about
You
me.
just
see?
said I'll be honest. I was just questioning, do you lie? Because if you lie, we need to know this.
But I take and sometimes I don't double the filling, but I do it half again just because I like lots of ooey gooey
Oh,
filling.
that's right. I forgot. You do double it, don't you? Do you want
Well,
more
no,
stuff?
no, this is fine. It really,
Okay.
it's just that if you want a little bit more filling, you can, do it double or half again, and it makes a lot more filling,
Yeah.
which is
Laura, the books come. Dining on a Dime is our only print book. Everything else is an ebook.
good. Okay, now I'm gonna roll this dough. Oh, I love doing this on live TV. I have, I forgot the cinnamon. Okay, it calls for in the filling. I forgot to put. I don't know how much.
So everybody, this is my mom, Jill, in case you're new and didn't know. If you didn't know, you obviously haven't watched some of our videos. This is your first time watching us then, if you didn't know that. So if you don't know that, this is my mother.
Now, this dough is about as sticky as it can get. And we're under lights, which makes it magnified 100%. So, what I do, I always tell you when you roll out like a pie crust or cookies, the worst thing you can do is add too much flour when you're rolling it out. You need to think very small in flour, because if your cookies are kind of chalky-like,
If you make sugar cookies and they're like cardboard,
yeah,
or
you've had them where they're just kind of.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we had that debate today because this wasn't the show we had planned. We were going to do how to roll out cookies.
Yeah.
But the problem is our really good sugar cookie recipe in Dining on a Dime, Nan's Sugar Cookies, Mom's sugar cookie recipe, is in Dining on a Dime. It's the best tasting sugar cookie ever, but it's hard to roll out. And the reason why sugar cookies...
And cut with cookie cutters.
Yeah, the reason why they're hard to roll out and cut is because you have to use so much flour, and then they get tough. And I honestly have never, ever had a homemade sugar cookie. I've never had any sugar cookies, actually, that I like that have been cut out.
Yeah.
I've never eaten a cut out and decorated sugar cookie that tasted good. Now, we got ours to work last year, and it worked pretty, it actually worked.
Tiny bit more flour, but not much.
So when you're using our sugar cookie recipe in the book, just go a little bit of flour at a time, and they will turn out. But most sugar cookie recipes, and we were talking about this because people just add too much flour.
Yeah, they do. They get flour crazy, and then when they're cutting them out, they keep dipping the cookie cutter in the flour. You don't need to do that. You know, just spread a thin layer of flour on it and then cut them out, and the cookie cutter will work fine.
So this is called Butterfly Ring for all of you who are joining me. This is my mom, Jill. It's a jelly coffee cake in Dining on a Dime cookbook, page 53, okay?
And another thing on pie crust, you don't want to use a lot of flour on pie crust because what makes a pie crust tough, you know, you've had them like they're just chewy and tough and everything is you're adding too much flour to a pie crust. So just get it to the point where you can manhandle it and use it, you know, and then don't add any more. But this, I'm saying all that to say, this is the only recipe I go crazy. This is like 4 times the amount of flour I would use on my cookies. And I'll add even more because this one is such a sticky dough. You have to do that. And so I put a bunch of flour on the bottom before I put the dough.
Roberta made our peach cobbler. She said it's the best.
Oh,
it
good.
was delicious.
I'm glad you liked it.
Moss Farm Urban Homesteading said maybe peach jam? That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, you could do peach. You really can use whatever your favorite jam or jelly is. And I'll get the last drop out.
Can you spray the countertop with butter instead of flour? I do that with bread.
No, not for this one. You can't because it doesn't have enough flour in it because it's so sticky, and that's why I'm adding this. And if you add butter, you'd really have a gooey. Even now, I'm trying to be careful because as much flour as I put on here, it's still very sticky. And when I start rolling it,
it's on page 53 in Dining on a Dime, guys.
Actually, you almost. I start saying, oh, what is the vanilla for? I forgot we're making frosting. You almost can do this. It's already sticking here.
We're getting Mama Caraba is asking what page is the recipe.
Page 53.
Okay.
See, you can see how this thing is just it's sticking underneath, and so I'm really.
Okay, guys, send us your sugar cookie recipes. Jamie says there's a place in Arvada that makes the best sugar cookies ever. I'm not convinced, Jamie. I don't know. I have never had a sugar cookie. Have you? That wasn't just like,
Yeah, there's a cookie place in Wichita.
that tastes good.
They're like.
I don't know.
They melt in your mouth.
They're just, well, you see, that's it. You can't find sugar cookies that melt in your mouth because they're like hard. And crunchy, and I don't like a crunchy cookie. I'm a soft cookie person. I don't know. I guess there's a big debate about soft or crunchy cookies. I never realized that.
Oh, with the gingerbread man, I have more people.
Oh my goodness.
They want my cookies to either be softer or the harder. It's like I just can't, no matter what I do. So I just tell them on my gingerbread men, I keep them sealed up, and they get really soft because they have frosting on them, and the moisture from the frosting makes them softer. And if you want them crisp, I tell them to just keep them out in the open. Now I think this calls for it to be about 11 by, what does it say, Tara? 11 by. Or do we even put it in there?
We didn't even put it in there. I just kind of roll it. Oh, 11 by 14. Sorry, I was looking at the
11
spot.
what?
By 14.
11 by 14. You don't have to measure it exactly. You can eyeball it. If you think about it, a piece of notebook paper is 11 inches. So that's how wide you want it. And then just put it like an inch and a half or so on the other side. Okay, I think I've got it rolled out. Can they see it? how much it's rolled out and everything.
Yep.
And I think
Mike, the cameraman, get on duty here.
I think I'm
Make
going to
sure
call
they
it
can
good.
see.
Oh, do I need to tilt down more? It's
I think they can
Okay, guys,
see.
send me all of your sugar cookie recipes, and I'll pick the best one
zooming in.
and do it on the show.
Now you can see why I usually double.
Can I make you laugh?
I often,
Shayla Cooper, who happens to be in the room with us,
she's like 5 feet over there. What are you
is
saying?
commenting, can I make you laugh?
I told my daughter-in-law to sit over there and make faces at me, or I said she was going to make faces at me and make me laugh and mess me up tonight.
Okay, yeah, the sugar cookies you get at Walmart. I do like those Loft House ones.
But that's what
I
ours
stand
is
corrected,
like.
but that is like our recipes. But those aren't decorated. I mean, you know, where they do the pretty decorations and all that
With
detail stuff.
Cut out the
I guess that's what I
trees
mean.
and the.
Whoa, everyone on YouTube is loving the rolling pin. The spacing bands on your rolling pin are brilliant, Nancy says.
Okay, what I did on these, this is the size I always need for my gingerbread man, this green
I'm
one.
sorry, you can't see.
Oh,
There
I
you
could
go.
hold it down. And so I've used these for years, and they were kind of expensive. I got them at Bed Bath & Beyond. But they got so loose they kept falling off because I'd used them so much. And I thought, oh, I didn't want to buy another whole thing when I already had like, 3 more pairs. But this one wasn't thick enough, as thick as what I wanted it. So what I did was I added one of the thinner ones that was tight on the end, and put the green one in the middle. This way I get the thickness I need without it rolling off. This yellow one keeps it from rolling off for me. So
Here
it'll
they are,
last me a
guys.
little, it'll last me a little bit longer. I can get a little bit more mileage out of it. Then now see, this is just way too little. You know, I really like much more filling. That's why I say I get. Now, when you get the filling spread out on this, my favorite way to do is I sprinkle nuts all over it. And, but nobody in our family will eat nuts. We have a hard time getting them. You can see now it's even pulling up. This dough is so sticky. I should have put even more flour. But, oh, it is so hot under these lights. I don't even know if I'm going to be able, I may not honestly be able to get this up, guys, proper. Because it's so warm. Yeah, see, look at that. It's not coming
See,
up.
I'm not the only one totally
Oh,
flopping
it's hard.
live.
It's really hard
Yes,
under
I
these
feel
lights.
validated.
You know, under the lights, it's
hard,
really,
isn't it?
yeah, everything's.
See, what happens is the lights melt stuff and it cools it down and it's really hard. And
to get it.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm
Oh,
just
yes, you
saying
are.
I feel validated that I'm not the only one who has problems cooking.
And I'll show you in a second as soon as, I know you can't see now, but I'm just kind of rolling this up. Okay, now I got it pretty much rolled. And,
Linda wants to know if you would call a snickerdoodle a sugar cookie.
no. Well, it's similar.
Well, it is.
It is.
It's a sugar
But it
cookie
has a
with
little-
cinnamon and sugar in
But
it.
it does have a different flavor than a sugar cookie if you've ever tasted the two side by side.
It's the cinnamon, isn't it?
Not totally, no. There's a little bit difference in the cookie.
Oh, yes, guys. Shayla is at our house. She's going to come make an appearance here. Right? What do you mean, no? Well, you got to go get yourself ready because we're doing a video when we're done.
So what I did, I just rolled this up. I don't know how well you guys could see it. I just rolled this up, and this is the edge. So I just kind of pinch it. You could put water along it. I don't usually do it. This thing is going to spew the filling out. That's another reason I do this double filling too, is because it spews it.
Here's the recipe for it again,
Okay.
guys, on our website, livingonadime.com. Right there. And here's the cookbook that it's in also. Right here. Everybody wants you to come on, Shayla. They're saying we want to see
I got that on
Shayla.
there.
Shayla, Shayla, Shayla.
Good, bring it back up.
Okay, now, yeah, I just had to get that moved, Michael, real quick. Okay, now you can see I put this just in kind of like a ring. That's why it's called a ring, duh.
Oh my, that thing really fell apart, didn't it?
It did.
Oops,
When-
did we even turn on the oven?
No. Shayla is laughing her head off over there. But now,
I wish I could take a picture back here.
she wishes she could take a picture of this going on here. Now, you have to kind of pinch these edges together. This is not the most perfect, but it gives you the general idea.
Martha, we are not.
Martha, we are not. No, we are not Martha by any means. Now,
Otherwise it'd be Italian pie crust.
now what I do is, actually when this comes out of the oven, I can tell you right now, there's going to be filling all over.
Oh, that used to be my favorite part. I loved the
Tara
crusty
loved it.
filling.
It would burn, not burn, but it would just get
It
really
caramelized.
Caramelized, yeah. And she loved
Karen
it.
wants to know, should we double the filling in the recipe? So here's the thing. Some people like a lot of filling.
Mm-hmm.
I like a lot of filling. I'm a filling kind of a person. I want a slight amount of donut to go with my filling. I don't want my filling in my donut. It's the same thing with this. If you like a lot of filling, double it. If you don't like a lot of filling, then just leave it like it is.
Yeah. Now, I don't have a knife here, but you need to cut steam holes.
They're saying you're better than Martha. Joanne says you're better than Martha.
Joanne and Denise and some of you other chocolate friends of mine, you should have seen what I had for chocolate yesterday. Oh my goodness. But you're supposed to take a knife. Do you have a sharp knife any place?
Yeah. Well, what do you want?
Just a little one.
I don't know if that one will work.
So you put what I call steam holes.
Yeah.
And it helps it to spread out and open up. And so I just go along here and cut. Everybody's having a heart attack with me cutting my finger off probably. And I just cut, 5 or 6 of them. It's not that big of a deal in the top. And then that way that'll let the air escape and it'll puff up and everything. So you want me to just set that over there for the moment?
Well, we got to cook it.
Well, I know, but the oven's not ready.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Let me excuse me. I gotta wash my hands, guys.
Do.
better get that on camera.
Yeah. Okay. Note: we're washing our hands. Oh my goodness! I can't believe the comments I get. I actually wash my hands, guys. I think a lot of people think I just go over to the sink and just turn on the water or something.
Oh,
but
no,
I actually wash my hands. I really
I didn't
do.
get mine as good just because there's dough stuck everywhere. Now, should I make the frosting up now?
Sure. Go ahead and make the frosting up.
Okay,
if you
when
want.
this gets... Oh, go ahead, Michael.
MK Lone Star is wondering, how does this compare to a king cake? Do you know what a king cake is?
It's actually similar, but a king cake is more cakey than this is more biscuity.
Yeah.
Is the way
Yeah.
to describe it, but it's actually similar.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's a cross between, biscuity, yeah, I guess it would be.
mm-hmm.
Now, when I get done with this, there it is. I'm going to make up some, it's kind of like just a buttercream glaze. I'm not even going to do this really super, super proper or anything. I have a spoon here, but I cannot see it. So all that I'm doing, I've got a couple tablespoons of butter. We've got buttercream in the book, don't we?
Yeah.
It's on the same post as well.
Yeah, the glaze is on the website too, livingonadime.com, on the post, but the buttercream frosting is on page... Oh, hold on. Buttercream frosting. Butter. Cream frosting, 241.
Okay.
Page 241.
Normally when I have buttercream frosting, I like using a hand mixer to beat this up and get it really smooth and creamy. But today for this, I'm just stirring it up by hand. So I just put about 2 tablespoons of butter, and I think I got, a cup and a half or so of powdered sugar. And then I just put a little tiny, doesn't take much, a little bit of salt, because salt in the frosting enhances the sweetness of it. And now I'm going to add...
Page 57, is it Leanne? I don't know how you say that. Page 57.
And I just added a little bit of vanilla, about a capful of vanilla. And then I'm going to add...
Hello, she's an old-fashioned girl.
I'm going to add some milk. And I got too much.
Susie, I did not get your email. Resend it to me. It might have got caught in my spam filter.
Okay, I want you to look at this so you can see why I usually use a hand mixer. There's lots of lumpy bumpies. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Can they see that, Tara Jean?
Yeah, I can see that.
And so when I do the hand mixer, it makes it totally creamy and smooth.
Okay, bumps disturb me.
Well,
So
I'm
see,
not finished yet.
If you
Wait a minute.
wait a minute, I was gonna show them. See, if you don't have the mixer, smush them
Smush them.
along the side like this. if you don't have a mixer.
Because I don't like the bumps either, but because today we're doing this, and this is a glaze, I added another, half a cup. And
Barb says nice save on the coffee cake.
it was nothing but a save on that thing. Now this here, also you can beat it to death by hand, and like Tara was showing you, and smush it, and it'll get most of the lumps out. My arms bother me.
Yeah.
Now you can see. See, even though I beat, it's much smoother, but a hand mixer, if you need to do it in a hurry or your arm bothers you, it's good. And this is kind of a little bit more runny than a normal, what Shayla laughing at now.
Trying my fingers already.
You want to lick it? Shayla wants to lick it.
Do you need to be our official taste tester?
But it's a glaze, and I'm not going to actually a thick frosting on top of it. I'm just going to kind of drizzle this stuff on top of there when it's done baking, if it will get done.
Mardella said sip the sugar. Yeah, you can do that if you want. I just don't like to clean it.
Yeah, I don't like doing an extra step really and messing with cleaning the
Okay, we're probably close enough.
thing. Oh, wow. No wonder we're hot. That oven's hot. So let me rinse my hands again.
Okay. So let's see. So you guys see how quick that went, and we were jabbing in between here.
So Chris is asking, can you put nuts in it?
Well,
Oh,
yes. When you do spread this filling on it, then normally I sprinkle nuts on top of it, but everybody here except Tara and Shayla don't like nuts, so I didn't put them in. But it's so much better with nuts. If your family loves nuts, do not forget to put the nuts in. It just makes it. So.
Yeah. Jacqueline, would gluten-free flour work? I would do gluten-free baking mix. It would work. Now, of course, gluten-free baking is not exactly the same as regular, but yes, you can do it. I mean, the rice flour doesn't have that wonderful texture, but yes, gluten-free baking mix would work for it. Yes.
Frances noticed. She said a lefty and a righty cooking together.
That's why I'm usually stuck on this side because of my left hand.
Yeah, so you guys can put nuts in it. You can put any kind of jam, any kind of jelly you want.
Uh-huh.
I like the jams better. What's the definition of jam and jelly?
I don't know.
Oh.
No. Usually a jam has the fruit in it
yeah.
still, and a jelly has been more purified and just you use the juice from the fruit to use it.
Maureen, I put the link for the book in there several times. It may not be showing up for you on some devices. It doesn't. But you can go to livingonadime.com at the top and click on store, and that will be it. You could add raisins, yeah.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, okay. King cake. Okay, I have never had a king cake because I'm not from the South. I apologize. King cake is more like a bread than a cake. It's got yeast in it, and it's more bready. This is more biscuity. So I was incorrect calling it a cake, and I knew that, but I was just not
Thinking?
in my mind. So, let's see. Okay, timer for the cake. You need to put it in for, how long do we put it in?
25-30 minutes. Is that what it is? 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So we have time. So yes.
Just watch it. Ovens are different, so just watch it, and when it gets really good and golden brown on top, then
Yep.
Oh, yum. Leanne says, I'm thinking pineapple jam and shredded coconut on top would be really nice.
Oh, yeah. See, the sky's the limit on this. It's really fun. This is a recipe you could adapt to what you like.
Yeah, Suburbia and Singapore. Could you sprinkle the nuts on top of the frosting just on one half?
You can. I've done that before when I forgot to put the nuts in and I had the filling and all rolled up. Had it all rolled up, so then I would sprinkle the nuts on top.
Yeah, Linda, I don't like baking cookies either. I despise baking cookies. I hate baking cookies.
She's not my daughter. I love baking cookies.
To me, they're tedious, and I'm
My
like,
daughter
throw
was
it
shaking
in,
her
be
head.
done.
And And Music Mad says, I imagine you could posh this up as much as you like, especially around Christmas time.
Yes. And did you hear what he said, Shayla? He said, posh it up. I was telling her, they were joking around about what languages they knew, and I said, I knew English, and I asked them, what does posh mean, to see if they knew what posh meant.
Bayless 1986 says, This is off topic, but because of you guys, I started shopping at charity shops and I got my autumn winter clothes for 20 pounds plus a designer coat for $6. Thanks for being
way
awesome.
to go.
Aw.
That's good.
Wonderful.
I get excited when people actually try our ideas. I mean,
What a concept.
and actually enjoy using them.
You know, it's funny in the talk of jelly and jam as we're talking to our friends in the UK and Ireland.
Yeah.
where jam is.
So several people are asking if you could use pie filling. Yes, you could. It wouldn't be quite the same. And if you're going to use pie filling, I would add a tablespoon of flour to make it thicker. But you could use pie
You
filling.
could.
It
One
wouldn't hurt
thing I would like to
anything.
suggest: try any recipe, not just ours. Try it the way the recipe has it written first, and test it out, and then you can adapt it to whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because I've had people email and different things say, well, this just didn't taste the same, and then I go asking them what they did, and they used about 1/4 of the ingredients that go in the recipe.
So I'm not kidding. This one lady emailed us chewing us out. She was like, well, this recipe didn't turn out at all capital letters, of course. I'm like, okay, well, I'm really sorry. I said, well, can you tell me what happened, and maybe I can help you with it. And I think it was something really, one of our main recipes. I think it was like 90-minute rolls or something. And she said, well, I used gluten-free flour. And then I didn't have any margarine, so I used shortening. And then I didn't have, I don't know, she listed off like 5 ingredients that she can, I didn't have regular milk, so I used almond milk. And I was just like, okay, that's not even the recipe.
Yeah, see.
So you can't complain about a recipe if you're going to change all the substitutions. Now, once you learn to cook,
and once you've tried the recipe the way it is,
you'll know what you can substitute.
then you can start changing it to something else.
But don't just assume, especially with like gluten-free and allergy-free. A lot of people, I'm gluten-free and dairy-free, and I use Diane on a dime every day. But a lot of people email me all the time saying, well, is it good for allergies? Well, it is really easy to substitute because everything is homemade. You're able to substitute your almond milk and all that kind of stuff. But when you're going to use weird ingredients,
we had
you
that.
can't always expect
I've mentioned this story before. We had a woman who I called or emailed or something and said, I just hate these recipes. I'm diabetic. I'm allergic to this. I'm allergic to. She listed off about 6 different things that she couldn't have. She couldn't have eggs. She couldn't have sugar. So she said, I just can't use this. And she was just really, really upset. Well, then it was like the same day or the next day or something, we had another lady email us, and she said, I just love your book. I'm diabetic. I can't eat eggs. And she was listing off the exact same things the other woman had. And she said, I love your book because it's so easy to change the recipes around and substitute. And I just had to laugh. It's all in the attitude, all in the frame of mind, that.
It's totally crazy. Yeah.
So a lot of people are talking about their favorite flavors they'd like to try this way. And Mama Caraba says I'd make a caramel cream cheese with pecans mixture to fill it.
Yum.
Nancy says apple pie filling with caramel topping. Stormy says chocolate.
Yeah.
Music Mad says a Christmas fruit mints.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be really good.
And Diana says she'd like to try Bavarian cream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you guys happen to make it between the next, in the next week or two, and you're on the next live stream, tell us what you made, what you did, and what it tasted like and everything, because I'd be curious to see how some of these turn out.
Actually, now that I think about it, we should add that to the new edition. We have space
to add.
We could add some of
Mike
those.
And
to add what to it?
We could add those additions for the new book. Mike was going to start putting on page numbers today, but we ended up going to the mountains yesterday and today with Shayla and Cody. And we spent 12 hours in the mountains yesterday. Oh my goodness, we were tired. But it was fun.
It was.
And you guys will be happy to know that we decided to spare our lives. We were going to go do a pontoon boat over the lake. But it was really windy, and the guy's like, well, if you keep it going straight forward and back, you'll be okay. But if it turns sideways, you might have some problems, meaning the wind would blow us over. We were like, we think we'll wait. So we were sad, weren't we? that we didn't get to do the boat.
I am greatly saddened.
You're greatly
You can tell
sad.
he's just tore up by it.
Jackie even took off a day of school from it, but that's okay. So we have decided that we're going to have them do real life adventures instead of just reading about it. See, that's my thing for the school now, don't you think?
I don't think so.
I think so. I think that's great.
The problem is our life is there's continual real life adventure every day, even if
I
we don't
wouldn't call
do
that
anything.
adventuring. I would call that post-traumatic stress.
Oh, is that what that is?
Okay, let's see. Where'd it go? Jesse, I've made a ton of your recipes from your cookbook and add or subtract what works for our family. It's not hard. No, it's really not.
Yeah, see, it's pretty.
It's really not.
Because they're really basic recipes. They're not complicated or with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Rebecca
Okay.
says, I love your cookbook and especially the spices.
So everybody's saying they have sugar cookies that are the best in the whole world. I'll believe you guys, but I have not found one. As a matter of fact, I used to have a neighbor that was a bakery lady, and she swore hers were the best sugar cookies ever, and they were nasty.
She had a bakery, yeah.
They were not good.
Well, the thing is, our cookies are more like a piece of cake than, than the more solid type sugar cookies that you decorate. I'm looking at Shayla.
Susan, we did not get your email of the video for Jack. Go ahead and resend it to me.
Indiana Grandma wants to know, did we hit the donut house in Estes Park?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear Shayla? She said, oh, yeah.
We hit the donut house and then some. Yes,
I told him, Susie, I said, you better bring me home a cream cheese donut. Oh, and I had it first thing today, so, yep.
Ooh, and Liz says, I tried the magic shell in the cookbook and it was a big hit.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we didn't want to end up like what happened in Branson. We did not want to be the Estes Park News. Although they required life jackets, they actually used their brains.
Required
for
life
that.
jackets just to walk out on the dock.
Mom is leaving tomorrow, so her and Shayla and Cody are going home tomorrow. And somebody asked, I'll answer real quick, on the soap orders for my grand opening. We have not received the micas yet. They're supposed to be here at the end of this week, and so hopefully the end of next week we can start shipping. We're hoping, no guarantees right now. It's stuck in customs, and I'm arguing with FedEx to get all the paperwork and all that kind of stuff fixed. Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
You didn't set the timer?
No, you should see what happened.
Come.
Okay, hold on. Wait,
okay.
you gotta get Shayla's reaction
Yeah.
when she
Hold
sees
on.
this.
Because
Okay, hold
Shayla's
on.
made this before.
Okay,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
You grab the camera real quick
Okay,
here.
now you have to look at the after you look here, you have to look at the
Here,
camera.
do I need to take this off of here so I
Oh,
can have a
okay.
better response time?
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Oh,
Alright,
no.
hold on a second. Yeah. Sorry guys, didn't mean to make you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now make sure you get Shayla's face. Okay, you ready, Shayla? Here we go.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, she's behind Jill.
Show
I'll eat it anyway.
I didn't see it. Show me.
We kind of had a butterfly ring failure.
That's why I say this dough needs lots of flour added to it. And I could tell how sticky it still was. I should have added more flour. So this is what not to do when we pull it out, guys.
So wait. The what not to do was you didn't put enough flour in?
Yeah, so it was too sticky.
It
and
was still
stuck
too
and it
sticky. And
fell
I was
apart.
trying to hurry, and I
So-
should have added more. And
So
it
if
was
the
hot.
recipe doesn't show it and it's still sticky, you just add more anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't give an amount of how much to add when you're rolling it out, but you need to get it to where it's really non-sticky.
Do we need to make another batch and show them?
No, they'll get the general. Maybe they'll get the general.
Mother.
Well, I don't think they'll get the general idea, but.
Hello.
UFO coffee cake, Bandana Grandma says.
We need to do a Living on a Dime Crock-Pot Dump Meals book. We have a Crock-Pot
We do.
ebook.
We do.
Go to Living on a Dime at the store.
You guys really need to check out our ebooks.
Yeah.
We have written on all kinds of things. We've got menu book. We've got for kids stuff, and
Yeah.
what all laundry stuff and cleaning stuff. And
Yeah.
how many ebooks do we have?
I think we have 52 altogether.
52
Yeah.
ebooks, all on a different subject, and they're all things organizing,
Yep.
stuff like that.
Okay, Candy, yes, you can use powdered buttermilk in baking mix, and it works really, really well.
Ooh.
Beth, can you do gluten-free with your recipes? In the cookbook, yes. Now, some of the baked goods, like the breads, you're not going to be able to use. But out of the 1,200 recipes and tips, I went through and counted how many gluten-containing recipes there are, and there's something like 50 out of the 1,200. So you're still going to have a ton of recipes. The same goes for vegetarians. There's 42 recipes that contain meat. I have counted.
42
And
out of 1,200. So
out of 1,200 recipes and tips. So there's like 500 and some odd recipes. So out of that,
that's why we say this book
Yeah.
is so adaptable for so many things, because there's so many recipes in it.
Yeah.
You can probably get, a lot of cookbooks have what, like 50 recipes at the most or something?
I
Not
don't
very
know.
many, because they have pictures on one page and a recipe
Yeah,
on the other.
maybe 100.
We don't do that. We stuff it full of all kinds of recipes. So
Okay. Jane, we are north of Denver. So yes, we're in Colorado.
I don't know if you read this one or not, but Jessie says, I made a ton of your recipes for your cookbook and add or subtract what works for our family.
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she says it's not hard.
Sandy, cannot click and download your links. Email us, and we can help troubleshoot you. If you're talking about if you purchased an ebook. No, we're going to eat dinner in just a little bit.
And if there are links on the show, you can go to livingonadime.com and click show notes, and they're all there, clickable for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it edible? Yes, Susan. The coffee cake will be very edible.
Yeah.
It'll just be
Splatted.
splatted.
Trust me, it'll go. As a matter of fact, I have done this one time when I didn't want to mess with rolling it out like that, and I patted a layer of.
Couldn't you?
Well, I put it in a 9x13 pan, and I patted it out, and then I put the filling, and then I patted another layer of the dough on it.
I've made it in a pie crust before, in a pie pan.
Yeah.
I don't
If you
know
don't
why.
want to mess with rolling it out.
I think I didn't have a baking sheet. I think this was when we were first married, and I maybe didn't have a baking sheet. So I divided the dough in
Pat
half,
it into a.
put in a baking sheet, put the filling in, and then put the crust on top.
Yeah, so you can do it that way too.
Faye tried my egg rolls. They were great. Thank you. Oh,
they
I was
were
going to make that while we were here.
They were so awesome.
Oh, well. Okay, Barb, every time I look and see a new recipe, she's got to try out. Yay!
A cocoon instead of a butterfly.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cocoon, that's
no,
for
it's more
sure.
like a smashed dead
Ooh,
butterfly.
Joanne made the egg rolls too, and she loved them. Karen loves your penny pinching mama videos.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see what else do we have
Alice
here.
says your book is foolproof and your vlogs prove it. Look how many times you sub and it still works. One of the best.
Oh, we should take a picture of that for Pinterest and say nailed it.
We should do that.
We need to do. Maybe we should take a picture of all mine and do a video compilation.
You know, I wonder how many people get traumatized by Pinterest or intimidated, because I look at that sometimes and I'm thinking, there's no way I could do
Pinterest is from Satan.
Because it makes
I
women
have
feel
determined.
insecure.
Seriously.
Oh, goodness.
Bandana Grandma wants to know, did you have a picnic in your favorite spot? No, we didn't, because we just bypassed our picnic spot and went straight up to Trail Ridge Road. Now, Old Fall River Road. Now, Shayla, what did you think of Old Fall River Road as I was driving your stick shift car up it?
Glad you were driving.
She's glad Tara was driving. She said Tara was going like this constantly.
So Old Fall River Road is the road that they built in the 1920s for the WPA for, the Depression rebuilding stuff, and 20s and 30s. And it's a
Tiny road.
horseshoe road that goes back and forth. It's dirt, had huge, and we're not talking small ruts. No kidding. We would keep going around the corner, and Shayla has a Jeep. And I kept telling Shayla, oh man, I hope Mike doesn't get stuck in those ruts, because some of those had to have been 2 feet deep. They were horrible.
If you kind of lean to the right and you ride your right side wheels on them, you can make it around in any kind of car. I discovered that years ago.
Oh man, not good, not good.
Margaret says, my sisters have been trying your sticky chicken without the orange and we love it.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Nancy, perfection is overrated. Amen.
Bandana Grandma loves traumatized.
Can it be baked in a butt pan?
I don't know why.
What
You
kind
probably
of pan?
could.
I don't know why you couldn't.
Huh?
You could just mold the dough is really easy. You don't necessarily need to roll it with a rolling pin. You could just pat it up the
Yeah.
sides and then put the filling in and flap
Yeah.
the sides over it a little bit. I think it'd be okay.
The next installment for Penny Pinchin' Mama will probably be next week. Is the last one from the last time she was here we recorded, and then it will probably be January or February before we get the last couple done. Unless I go back to help David and Shayla move, then we might be able to film some of them, possibly. But they have a possible offer on their house. They're still dinking with the terms. And they have a possible house, but they're still dinking with those terms. And so poor Shayla has been on the phone how did I get on there? The entire time she's been on her vacation here, she's been having to dink with calling the realtor and dealing with house stuff and all that. So they have possibly their house sold and they have possibly a house bought, but nothing definite yet. So Linda loves our book. Thank you. You're welcome. We made the banana cake and everyone loved it. I didn't get a piece. Arlene, yeah. The banana cake, when I make that cake, I kid you not, if a teenage boy gets a bite of that thing, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's totally gone. Yes, try my chicken wings, Jean. They are delicious. And we're even moving the chicken wings next to each other in the new book. I don't know why they did that. You guys should see the stuff that we found in this.
It's not really mistakes. It's just things to put things together in the same spot, and make it more easy.
Yeah.
To read.
Did I say mistakes?
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just explaining though, because some people might have thought.
Maureen, we do not use real vanilla. We use the cheap stuff. Get the 98 cents at Walmart.
Now I use real vanilla.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. I love the real vanilla is what I use.
Alice,
Actually, Tara used to make her own vanilla even.
I
We've got
did.
the recipe for real vanilla in the cookbook
I
too.
even went when I was 8 months pregnant and bought vanilla for my vanilla.
Bought
Vodka for your
vodka.
vanilla.
Or bought vodka for my vanilla.
She went in there bigger than a barrel to buy a bottle of vodka so she could
Yeah,
make her
it's pretty
vanilla
funny.
with vanilla beans.
Denise, how's my brother feeling? Not very good. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that's
that
why he
he's...
couldn't come back, because it was kind of
Yes.
hard for him to ride in the car.
Alice would like you to do a vlog with all your cooking disasters. It would be
Oh,
so great.
it would be
She
like-
The problem is we have
Thousands.
900 videos, so to go through all the videos, here's what we'll do. We'll have someone go through all our videos and find all our disasters. You don't have to download them or anything. Just tell me what video they are and what number is it at, and I'll send you a cookbook. There you go. Oh, never mind. I'll have 20 people doing that. The
So you're
first person who emails me and says they want to do that, I'll let you do that.
Whoa, Mama Karapa says my husband's coworkers think I know how to bake just because of your book.
Way to go!
But if you're doing it, you do know how to bake,
Okay, we're done. I think it is.
right?
Just
Yeah?
I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes, Tara. Just a couple more.
Chastity. I'm in Idaho. We used to be in Idaho too.
Yeah.
My husband and I have 5 kiddos. Haven't gotten the cookbook because we are gluten-free, dairy-free, but you just ordered my copy. So here's the thing. Back to the food allergies. In Dining on a Dime, there are a lot of recipes in there, and they do have dairy and gluten. But what I do is I just substitute almond milk or coconut milk when I need to. But where it comes in really handy is for things like homemade taco seasoning, homemade ranch seasoning, homemade jar mixes, homemade bean mixes, because a lot of, homemade cream soups. Thank you, Shayla. Because those things, if you buy them at the store, a lot of them have wheat for the thickener. Well, you can make them the recipes homemade, and the thickener can be whatever you want. Usually I use cornstarch, but you could use arrowroot, cornstarch, tapioca, whatever thickener you want. And so that's how it's good for people who have allergies and food intolerances and that
But
kind of
also,
stuff.
we have chapters on vegetables, that you don't need.
And all of our meats, most of our meats
Most
don't
of our
have,
meat stuff you can adjust and adapt. And then we have chapters on homemade beauty products. We have a chapter on gift stuff, on kids where you can do the slime and the chalk.
Yeah.
We have cleaning, a chapter on cleaning.
And the good thing is all of the quick bread recipes in here, not the yeast bread, but the quick bread recipes, you can just use an all-purpose gluten-free flour I've baked every recipe in here that's a quick bread, banana bread, zucchini bread, pumpkin bread. All of those turn out delicious with gluten-free flour. So,
You can also add
yeah.
salt
Oh, and here's
Add
another one.
salt.
yeah, more or less salt.
Yeah, you can adapt the
Yeah,
amount of salt.
yeah. If you have salt restrictions, you can add more or less too.
Yeah.
Sagittarian 1955. Tara, watched the meatball recipe called for oatmeal, but you added cornmeal. I never thought of that. How did it taste? Yes. So if you're making homemade meatballs, homemade meatloaf, and you're cooking gluten-free, you can use homemade cornmeal. You can use homemade gluten-free flour, which is a little bit more expensive, and you can use gluten-free oatmeal if you want. I just didn't have gluten-free oatmeal at that time. So, let's see. All right, everybody loves homemade vanilla better. So you guys are outnumbered me. There you go.
Don't move back.
Jamie said just recorded part of the show so I can vlog that I'm watching your show. Thanks.
You want
Guys,
to show this?
our vanilla, let me give you everybody's talking about the vanilla. Here's our homemade vanilla recipe on the website. But here's the thing, guys. The homemade vanilla is in Dining on a Dime too. Right here. And it makes a great Christmas gift. Get it made now, and that's one less Christmas gift you have to worry about, okay?
And
So,
it's good stuff.
okay, so are we ready? Okay, let's do a drum roll here. Hold on.
Drum
here we
roll
go.
for this.
Drum roll.
Don't move. Can you see it?
Whoops, hold on, let me make sure. Oh, yep, you can see
Yeah,
it.
that's
There's
pretty.
supposed to be a hole in the
Oh,
center of this.
let me zoom
It's
in
supposed to
though.
be perfectly round and smooth all the way around, right, Shayla?
Nailed
Shayla's
it.
just standing back there laughing at it.
Wow. It's the blob. But it
Okay,
smells
so
delicious.
Then
then you put it. Go ahead and set it down. Is it?
well,
it's
I
probably
was
too
trying.
hot.
Yeah, it's
Cool
too
for a
hot
few
right now to.
Okay.
It smells awesome though.
I'll let it cool for just a couple of minutes. Not, it doesn't have to be totally cool, but just for a little bit, and then I'll add the frosting on it.
Yeah. Jamie, you're so funny. I just saw her comment. I'm ready for a new cookbook. I'm planning on making a treat out of your book and gifting the two Christmas. Woo! Linda, how do you know if gluten and dairy products bother you? Go on an elimination diet, just research it, and you can do that. Oh, Ellen, I did get your package. It's over there. I'll open it on Wednesday's show, okay? I left it to open, but I'll open it on Wednesday's show. Unless there's something for Mom. If there's something for Mom, tell me. But if it's just for me, I'll open it on Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, now let's see. Put enough icing on it and no one will notice.
Isn't that the
Yes.
truth? That is so much the truth.
Mhm. Yeah. New dessert, the fruit blob. Hey, Dave, can you holler at Dave?
David, the door's closed.
Oh, okay. We were gonna have Dave take a picture of it so that we have to have this for posterity.
So we have something
thanks.
to put on the website
Oh,
post.
my failures get a picture done, huh?
Well, see, we don't have a picture of what it's supposed to look like, so we were taking a picture of it for the website.
This is what it's supposed to look like.
Okay, we need a picture of Nan's latest creation here.
Oh.
Okay, so if you guys want the vanilla recipe, okay, can you go grab that?
Looks
package
like
right
a
there?
country.
Science project.
Vanilla is on page 303 in Dining on a Dime cookbook. Okay?
Should I
Page
thank everybody now, too?
303. That's the wrong one.
This?
Sorry, the box.
This kind of.
Yeah.
What Heather
Here,
wants to know
do you
what
need-
is
here,
that?
Get it under the lights. It needs to be really good under the lights.
He doesn't have a frosting.
Oh, that's
yet.
cool.
Okay, I know. We'll do it first and then we'll frost
Oh,
it.
okay.
That is a Pinterest-worthy
Hang on.
recipe.
Well, actually. Here, let me. Hey guys.
Oops.
No, that's not gonna work.
Dave is
Strap.
photographing it for.
So the Dining on a Dime 20th anniversary edition.
Hopefully one of those was good.
We are working on
Okay, yeah,
getting the
looks
page
fine.
numbers in and we hope it will be back from the printer for Christmas. I hope so. We may be shipping it the week before Christmas, but we're hoping it'll be back the week before Christmas.
Just in
Or me.
time.
Back in time for Christmas. The Dining on a Dime number 2, more Dining on a Dime. I don't know what we've called it. I think we should just call it more Dining on a Dime. Why make it hard?
Yeah, we could call it that.
What?
Does more dining on a dime
Just
sound
more
good?
dining on
More
a dime.
dining on a dime. Make our life simple.
Dear Tara, Mike, and Jill, enclosed are a few things for you. 2 of the books are business books. Oh, thanks. We need all the help we can get. Yay! Oh, cool. Okay. Let's
Yes,
see
there
what
is
we got
something
here.
for Jill.
There is something for Jill. We'll open that
Oh,
one.
yum. This looks good.
Oops. Proven audience formula. Ooh. Silent sales. Ooh.
Oops. Shannon just checked in. She said,
Nice.
sorry. What did
Oh,
Dan make?
yum.
Okay, let's see. What is it? What is it?
I think it's like, shall I open a jar?
Well, let's see what it is. What is it? Is it a candle?
Candle.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Is it like beeswax maybe?
It's a beeswax candle.
Beeswax candle.
Oh, that
Yummy
smells
beeswax.
good. Oh,
Smell
thank
good?
you.
Thank you very much. I love beeswax.
Jill, make sure you get your candle from Tara.
Yes.
Ah,
I love those.
thanks.
Tara did some years and years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it smells so good.
And I really loved them. They're so
Thank you.
good. Thank you
Thank you,
very
thank you.
much.
Okay, let's see. What do
Can
we
I thank
have
everybody about-
here? So, yes. So, that one was Michelle. And what was the other lady's name on Friday? who did
Andrea.
the- Oh,
Andrea.
Andrea? Okay,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Well, I just want to thank Michelle and Andrea. They were so sweet. They both gave me money to replace all my quilting stuff and all the stuff that I lost, or some of the stuff that I lost in the robbery. And I thought that was so sweet of you. I had to tell you, I wanted to tell them too. I hope you don't mind if I yammer on. But anyway, when I first walked in the house, and I saw the computers were gone and a few things were missing. They had the drawers, all my drawers, top drawers pulled open and stuff like that in both my bedrooms and things. And well, first of all, I was so glad. It could have been way, way worse. But as I kept walking through, it was really odd because I wasn't really as upset as I thought I would be in a situation like this. And I wasn't upset. And the first thing that went through my mind, I thought, I said, dear God, you had this happen for a reason, and if I needed any of this stuff, you'll figure out a way to help replace it for me, I really wasn't worried. I thought something will work out for me to, I could make do without it or whatever. Well, of course, my son had a laptop for me, so that helped and things like that. And then you guys sent, I couldn't believe it when I never dreamed that you guys would send money like that. So I do appreciate it. And he did. He's been trickling little things like that are happening all the time. Me finding things, I know this is so dumb. I had a book of, my purse got stolen, and I had like a little emergency kit in there, and I couldn't find a book of matches. I could not find a book of matches to put in there. And here my mom said, well, I've got a book of matches. So it's like everything.
Nobody does books of
No,
matches
they don't
anymore,
do books
they?
of matches hardly ever. And so my mom, she happened to have a book of matches. So I'm just amazed how all these little things are showing up for me. So I appreciate you guys thinking of me. So I can't say it enough. We have got the best viewers, in the world. And you
Except
guys,
when they're yelling at us.
except
then
when
we
they
don't.
But you'll never know. I don't think we can ever express how much we appreciate, just even your encouragement besides the, the money and stuff, the gifts that you send us and things like that. So,
Okay, go tell Dave to come take another picture. Actually, this smells so good.
it does smell really good.
Ugh. Okay, we're going to take one more picture and then we'll have Mike taste test or somebody taste test. Real quick.
Oh, look at that. Look at that yumminess.
Thank you, Bandana. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, you look so beautiful, Lisa says.
Thank you. I've been telling my kids and grandkids that for years, and they won't
It's
listen
her
to me.
youthful age of
They won't.
110.
They just laugh when I tell them how beautiful I am. Especially Michael laughs. And my daughter-in-law is chuckling
Is this
back there.
supposed to be
Oh,
something
there's
you could-
flies all over it.
It's fine. I can Photoshop.
You can Photoshop.
Guys, come.
It's got all the food groups.
It's got all the food groups. It's got all the food groups.
Oh, like at that place we went
Actually, just a
today.
second.
That jerky place.
Yeah.
It had.
It had crickets and.
Oh,
all
the
kinds of-
flies. The flies have been horrible.
Yeah. Actually, this is similar to stolen
good.
bread, yeah.
To what rate?
Well,
Stolen.
it's supposed to have more of a hole and be more like a tunnel
Yeah,
shape,
but I mean, okay, so Mike, are you gonna taste test
I
it?
think he says butterfly on a windshield.
butterfly on a windshield. Butterfly on a windshield.
Butterfly on a windshield, that's a good one.
Oh my.
I like that. Okay, come here, dear.
Okay, sorry.
See, I like the crispy stuff on the
Now
edge.
Tara would like this one.
Tell me if I'm in the shot there, Shayla, because I've got to get my moment in the spotlight. Ooh, yum! That
Perfect.
looks awesome.
Now lie
I
if
got
it's not.
sunscreen in my eye.
Now lie. You tell him to lie if it's not good. See?
Yum.
All those mean things you were
Man.
saying to your mother-in-law.
It does look quite exciting.
It
You
does
wanna
look
bite,
like
Shayla?
butterfly on a windshield.
Come on over and get a bite. Shayla's gonna taste test it. I know, you look fine. Poor Shayla, we didn't have her.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Oops. Oh my. Oh dear.
Is it hot?
Well, here,
It's
let's
supposed
just.
to slice, guys. It's really supposed to slice.
Whoa. Michael, take some more.
No, it just tastes really good.
It does taste good.
Bit. I'm going to dip it in this other frosting right here. too.
Right? Good idea.
Okay, who gets the knife?
Plenty of filling.
That's where all the filling and the gook is.
The other day,
Mm.
I said gook on the show, and in your honor, and somebody said, "What do you mean gook?"
I always say stuff is gook, huh?
So
Yep.
Denise says, I know what I want to tell my kids for what I want for Christmas. Fresh spice replacements in my Dining on a Dime cookbook. There you go.
Oh,
Have them go to a spice place, like a bulk spice place, and then they can get you one of everything, and it's not very much.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
That
So,
would be a
anyway.
good Christmas
Spice maker?
idea too for somebody, you know, to do like the homemade vanilla with a book and the spices
Yeah.
or the spices
Yeah.
in the
Yum.
book. And
That was so
Yeah.
delicious.
you need to wash your hands, Shayla.
Okay, guys, we will let you go. Thank you for watching. Mom and Shayla are going home, and Cody are going home
In the
tomorrow.
morning.
We may or
And
may
I'll
not.
be talking to you guys soon, I suppose.
Well, and we may or may not be going out there in a couple weeks to help David and Shayla move. Who knows? At this point, everything's up in the air. So we will see. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you again, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh wait, I'm the guy that has to stop this.
That's
You have
you.
to stop it, Michael.
Jamie
Bye-bye,
says
guys.
we should have got out plates and forks.